they made sure that they put it away. I like the knock from Hussain Talat also. Yes, you're right. He was lucky. LBW was not given. But since then, since the first maybe 10-15 deliveries, he looked really good. 94 of 95 deliveries. And they're not done yet.
And if you ask me, it looks like they're just starting. 39 bowled. Pakistan are now 190 for 4. They've got there on the back of a 9th ODI 50 for Salman Ali Agha. He's been brilliant in those middle overs, the lower middle order for Pakistan, and under pressure.
Well, easily the best player Pakistan have got, especially against the spinners. He picks the gap nicely and he rotates the strike beautifully, cuts the ball nicely, and that was a beauty. Mid-off up in the circle, used the feet nicely, and this was the last boundary he hit. The inning was required from a senior guy, Salman Ali Agha, and he managed to get 50 for his team and his skipper. Run rate almost 5 now, so things have settled down for Pakistan. This partnership have really put them back in a driving seat. Can they just play well? Can they just drag this partnership for another 3-4 overs? So the later order batsmen in the likes of Fahim, Nawaz can just cut loose and play those big shots. And Pakistan, you never know, if they keep going the way they are, you might get to close to 300.
Yeah, back on track, very much. Hasaranga is last over. But he adjusted that. He misread it, but had the presence of mind to make sure he didn't let it through. 2 spells for Hasaranga today. First one, outstanding. That's when he picked up those 3 wickets. Came back for a second spell, but he hasn't been that good. He hasn't bowled with the control he would have liked. That's straight. No review. He got across the stumps. That's why I thought that looked straight. Sri Lankans believe. The reactions say it all.
Might be just slipping down the leg side. Yeah, he planted his front foot way too early. Hasaranga, so much experience, knows exactly what needs to be done.
Getting closer to a maiden ODI half century. Hussain Talat.
I think the pressure created by the pace bowler allowed Hasaranga to come in and put more pressure on the top order. Once ball gone old, a little softer, not easy to control. And it's not the first time we see. In several occasions I've seen Hasaranga in his first spell, a true match winner. But when it comes to bowling his last few overs, he has struggled in the past.
Well, it feels like it's been a long time that Sri Lanka's over rate looks low, but they're just 2 minutes behind. If they're 2 minutes behind, it will be very unlikely that they'll get penalized if they can maintain that. They've had the habit of being slow, getting through their overs, penalized on many occasions. Partnership 100. Pakistan at the end of 40, 195 for 4. Wonderful partnership. Salman Ali Agha leading the way. Great support from Hussein Talat. Just under a runner ball. 7th time Pakistan batters have put on 100 runs against Sri Lanka for the 5th wicket. Dushmantha Chameera about to start the 3rd power play. 5 fielders will be allowed outside the circle. There used to be a time that he didn't know how to do it, or what his expression should be. Alex Wolff, in making that signal, he used to grin. Could see all 32. They'll get two. Very effective from Pakistan's point of view. Mid-offs in the circle, 3 in the deep on the leg side, fine leg in the circle, 3rd man, and the sweeper covered. 10 overs to go. You're easily thinking 280 at least from here. Really well bowled. Slower ball, back of the hand from Chameera.
Yeah, you got to be smart in the last 10 overs as a bowler, because with this partnership, you know, now Pakistan thinking runs every ball. So you got to be very clever, very smart to just use the depth of the crease and also bowl wide. Don't bowl in the arc. Use those variations, bowl slow deliveries, the odd bouncer. All these variations got to be used now.
Nicely played. Well, might look clumsy, but he intended it to go in that direction. 200s on the board for Pakistan. They've got to giddy up.
Yeah, thinking was very clear from Salman Ali Agha. Fine leg was up in the circle. He knew all he needed was a little bat on the ball, and the ball will run away. It was a slow delivery, but just waited on it. 18 boundaries. Boundaries were rare in the first maybe 10 to 15 overs, but since these two have come at the crease, things are just moving nicely for Pakistan.
Field changes, fine leg goes out, mid-wickets in the circle. Nicely bowled. He digs it out. That'll be a couple. Sri Lanka does well. Manages to keep it down to 1.
Batters to come: Fahim Ashraf, Mohammad Nawaz. Very regular in the team, batting at number 7 and 8. And they're both a big hitter. And this is a tailor-made situation if they will be required.
Nicely bowled. But good running once again. The scoreboard ticking over nicely for Pakistan. Run rate almost up to 5 now. But this is where they'd like to have been from the start. But somehow or other, hook or by crook, they got themselves back there. Superb from these two.
Yeah, thanks to these two who've not only scored but also scored quickly at a very, very good rate. Bringing Pakistan back in the game. Looking to score big now. Just a little length on that last delivery, and Salman Ali Agha making room for himself. Playing a match-winning knock. for Pakistan.
Deekshana back. He's been wicketless. It's been expensive as well. What I liked about Salman Ali Agha is there's been a purpose. He's known where the field is, where the gaps are, and he's picked his spots when he's looking for that boundary. Now even that last boundary, mid-off in the circle, extra cover in the circle, 2 runs, real good running. Takes him to a half-century. Hussain Talat, maiden ODI half-century.
The dressing room's up. This partnership was required. This inning was required. And Hussain Talat showed his class. Struggled early on in his inning. But once he gets going, he found the rhythm.
Well, now to finish off. 53 balls remaining in the innings. There we go. He's got to a half-century. Now open those broad shoulders. That's a 6. The umpires will have a look, but if I saw it right, it will hit the boundary cushions on the full.
I think he got good eyes, Russ. This was in the slot. He plays that shot really well. This time he made sure that he hits it straight. Did he hit on the full? Yep, clearly hitting the top of the skirting. Well done, Russ.
Eye for few things, certain things.
What do you mean by that?
Second 6 of the innings now. Charita Salanka. Oh, he's gone down. He's gone down. And he's clutching to his hamstring. Now the score, it's building. They're gonna need to bat really well to chase this down, which is going to be in the region of 280 to 300 for sure. They're gonna need a fit Asalanka.
Suddenly you see a different energy in the dugout, in the dressing room. They're all back on their feet. They're feeling good about themselves now. They'll be thinking, we can win this game. We're in a situation where we can post maybe 300.
When there's a winner, there's always a loser, and contrasting body language from the Sri Lankans. Looking at each other, the captain's on the ground. Just wondering, where did it go wrong? What could we have done better? But right now, you're at the mercy of the Pakistan batters. That's Hussain Talat.
But he's enjoyed himself. He's a fine player. Favors the offside mainly, likes to cut. And this was a beauty to Hasaranga, picking up length very early and made himself a 50, a real proud man. Plays all around the ground really well.
96 runs since the 30th over. That's a run rate of 8.5.
And that too, without taking any risk. There's a good cricketing shots these two have played. And they're ready to take risk now. And if they get it right, Pakistan will be getting very close to 300, if not 300.
$120, the partnership, it's growing. Sri Lanka need to look for a wicket. Oh, obviously they will be. They need something to give. They need a break. Rubber the green, as sometimes we say it. But if not, chin up. Chin up, because this pitch is very good. And hence, even 300 is chaseable. But it's all about belief.
Yeah, it's just a new ball, I think. Even when the Pakistani bowler is going to come on, I feel that there will be a little bit of swing for them. And if Sri Lanka up front early on manage that swing, they'd be happy to chase down any score. Because the history suggests the pitch has played really well over the years. In PSL, we have many games here, and second time around chasing, this pitch becomes a belter.
Sri Lanka's fifth bowler, which is generally a liability. It's a mixed match between Janith, Lienage, Asalanka, and maybe coming the Wendy's. They're bowled 9. They're gone for 63. Correction, they've gone for 55. So Sri Lanka needs to find one more over from there as well. Dikshan has been expensive and wicketless. Usually you do find a bowler having an off day. The way the Sri Lankan bowling lineup is put together, none of those top 4 bowlers can have an off day. They can't afford that. Good running. Great awareness of where the gaps are.
Modern day cricket, you cannot have 4 bowlers, Russ. You have to have your 5th bowler in the side, a regular bowler. You cannot rely on your batters to give you 10 overs or a bit more than that.
In slower, sluggish, turning conditions, yes. But not in good conditions. .42 ball, 220, 221 for Pakistan.
Yeah, the reason why the situation has enhanced for Pakistan, batters haven't been eating too many deliveries, not many dot deliveries. Been busy, these two. Lianage, opportunity for Pakistan to go big in this over. Now the left-hander, who batted well for his 50, starts off the over with a couple.
This is brilliant counter-punching by this pair of batters. Look at where Talat has scored his runs. He started off slowly, but then he's really started to find his rate. At the current rate, 264, but I think they'll get much more with wickets in hand in the last 10 overs, always. Slower delivery. Will that, I think that, oh yes, it's called a wide, but I think, did it brush the pad? I think Kusal Mendes thought it brushed the pad.
Yeah, the umpire took his time. Checked with his mental list and then called it a wide. But what an effort. What an effort from the youngster, Hussain Talat. A novice at this level, but he handled the pressure quite well. Yeah, tried to hit the ball very hard.
See, this is unusual territory for Janith Lienage. He doesn't generally bowl at international level at this stage. So Sri Lanka is looking to him to try and get the maximum, because Asalanka bowled 2 overs and went for 18. So Lienage needs to get this over in to complete the 10. But Amir, the value of going into the last 10 overs with set batters and with good momentum.
And you got 2 big striker of the ball available in the dressing room who can really do serious damage. So all these Pakistani batters need to do is ramp up a pressure on the opposition. Find a couple of boundaries in this one. Another slow delivery. Clever stuff. Well-directed slow delivery. No room for the left-hander to free his arms.
Yeah, it's precious, isn't it? Precious dots for Sri Lanka at this stage. Just look at the way he rolls his fingers on top of it, not giving him any pace at all. Well, Janeth Leon again needs to complete this over. He has three more deliveries. Conceded just 3 runs so far. Needs to finish strong from a Sri Lankan point of view. Down the ground, hit with a lot of power. Just a single, but there is so much of power that Hussain Talat packs when he gets it off the middle of the bat. He's a power hitter.
And again, clever bowling for Lianage. Bowled a couple of slow deliveries, managed to bowl dot deliveries, and then bowled it fuller. And never allowed the left-hander to get underneath and be able to hit the ball aerial. Has been a very good over. There was a scratch on the bat. But still good enough for a couple of runs for Pakistan.
This has been clever cricket by Pakistan. As you said at the beginning, the number of dots have reduced so much. So what they've done well is not just hitting boundaries, they've knocked it into gaps. Just look at this confirms what we're talking about. At the bottom of the screen, look at the way they've been very active. Singles, twos, mixed with those boundaries. That's a wide. That's a wide, and that Kosal Mendes couldn't collect it, but these are all vital runs at this stage for Pakistan.
Yeah, if as a batsman you aren't able to express yourself and bat with freedom, what you need to do is get busy. Hit the holes. Rotate strike. At least you're keeping the opposition under pressure. Another wide. Feeling the pressure.
He's looking to take pace off, so he's missing his line, Lianage. He understands he needs to finish high, ideally a dot ball. Sri Lanka has conceded 52 runs in the last 30 deliveries. That's a lot of runs, considering that Pakistan are 4 down for not many. They're looking for 2 here, and they'll come back for 2. This is good running, good aggressive running. They've got 11 in the over, 232 for 4. Right, the last 3 overs, Pakistan have got 7 twos. So they have now not looked at only boundaries. They're looking at every option. That's a look at Sri Lanka's bowling resources. Asitha Fernando has 3 overs left. Chamira has 2. And Tikshana has 2. Hasaranga's completed. So at least Sri Lanka will have frontline bowlers now to try and finish off the 50 overs. Tikshana has gone for 50 of 8 overs. So it's been really tough going for Tikshana, particularly this pair of batters have looked to take him on. It's been... What impresses me is that it's been a calculated effort. It's a calculated onslaught because they started slowly. They had difficult moments, yes. We'll talk about that Hussain Talat's LBW that was not given. But just take that out of the way. These two have batted outstandingly well.
Yeah, given the situation they were faced with, brilliant, no doubt about it. And Salman Ali Agha has been guiding his young partner how to go about the job. And so far, so good for Pakistan. Now they are threatening the opposition to concede 290. But lesson to be learned for Sri Lankan captain. You know, if you don't have 5 frontline bowlers, there's always a difficulty for you. Oh, that's close, that is close. Given. There were two sounds for sure, but it was the case of bat hitting the pad. He has referred it.
TV umpire to director, we have a player review for LBW. On-field decision is out. I've checked the feet placement and it's a fair delivery. Let's start with front row. See the ball passes close to the bat. Need to check that with ultra edge. Asif ultra edge is building. Stand by. Rolling slowly. Yeah. Clear gap as the ball passes the bat. Satisfied. No bat involved. Ball tracking whenever it is ready, please. Original decision is out. Pitching outside of impacting line and wicket setting. Asif, you will be staying with your out decision. Stand by. Your on screen signal now.
Sri Lanka finally breaks through. After a 138-run partnership of 127 balls, Hussain Talat goes for 62. Pakistan 233 for 5. Right, Mohammad Nawaz, he could have asked for a better time to come in. Well, he's been in very good form since he came back. And fresh legs, Amir. I'm not in any way suggesting that Hussain Talat was tired, but then it's always good to have somebody new, fresh, striker of the ball. Short and wide, and he gets a boundary. And he gets off the mark. That was a rather loose delivery from Tikshana.
He's enjoying a purple patch, Mohammad Nawaz. Didn't need much time to get off the mark. In fact, with a boundary. Yes, wasn't a great delivery, but got the opportunity, pounced on it. Starts off with a boundary, Nawaz.
Yeah, it was begging. It was begging to be put away. And Nawaz obliged. It was short and wide. Tikshana now round the wicket. Well, fresh from a very fine innings of 59 against South Africa. Nawaz in his last outing. So already moved to 5 with the boundary. He's having the right idea. He's not looking to hit boundaries. He's also looking to rotate the strike.
Yeah, it was too close. And moved outside the line of that delivery. That's why there was no contact with the bat. But a timely breakthrough for Sri Lanka. They've been trying hard for this. But a good hand from the youngster, Hussain Talat. Runs. Two of them to finish the over. It's 240 for 5.
Well, he's been the go-to as far as Pakistan is concerned. 82 of 71. Batted brilliant. He loved the way he paced the innings. Salman Ali Agha. 7 fours only. Hasn't hit sixers, but he's shown a lot of aggression. The running has been good. The leadership in that partnership. Everything going his way, and I thought it's very well constructed. It's given Pakistan a real opportunity with 36 legal deliveries left. Fernando's back.
Yeah, you're right. Salman Ali Agha has got that intuitive grasp of the situations and goes accordingly, and that's why he's been prolific. Yes, there was a struggle for him in T20 cricket, but he'll come along. He's got the talent. He got Pakistani team to such a wonderful situation. He has to make sure he's there for Pakistan to the last moment. That will ensure that Pakistan will get to 300 runs. And that'll be 20 more runs from the power score. He's running hard.
For Sri Lanka at this stage, it's about saving boundaries. I mean, they wouldn't mind singles at all. They'll take the singles.
Honestly, when I saw the final 11, the formation of the 11 for this match, I thought there's one bowler missing. You need to have 5 frontline bowlers on a pitch like this, which is true. Yes, there was indifferent bounce, but not a lot of spin. But there was a situation where Sri Lanka could have seized the game in their favour if they had carried on with Hasaranga. But the captain had to take him off to fill in as an auxiliary bowler. From there on, Pakistani innings started to get momentum and never looked back. So the formation of the side has to be apt to be able to compete at this level. But turned out to be very good for Pakistan.
Well, I hear you. I mean, in hindsight, after the 2 fast bowlers, well, a third seamer would have been ideal. And the point to make about Hasaranga is absolutely right. He had to manage his bowling resources. Charita Salanka. But what they have been doing, Amir, is that this is the combination they played. They've always relied on 4 front